Are you looking to make a move to Maryland and want to know a little bit more about the weather? Well, here today it is snowing out, and in this video, here's what I'm going to do. Not only am I going to tell you about the snow that we get here, but I'm going to fill you in on all of the seasons. So stick around. We're getting started with the video right now. Man, am I glad to be back inside. It is frigid out there. Again, we are going to dive into, on this video, all of the weather that occurs here in the Baltimore metro area. But if this is your first time to our channel, number one, I want to welcome you. My name is Adam Taylor. I run the Living in Baltimore, Maryland channel. And on this channel, we talk about all things Maryland. We talk about living here, working here, chilling here, and most importantly, getting out and having some fun. Maybe even going out on a snow day with your kids on a day like this today. So if you're interested in learning more about life in Maryland, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It's the one that looks like the one right over my shoulder here. Don't forget to give the little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time we put out another video just like this one. Now, as I mention all the time, my team and I, we are receiving phone calls, text messages, and emails from folks all over the world looking to make a move here to Maryland, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, we would like to help you in your transition here and help you find a home, but we just need one thing from you, and that's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of the contact information is listed down below here. In reality, the best way to get a hold of us, I'm telling you all, the best way is to schedule your own one-on-one Zoom appointment using the link down in the description, because that'll allow us to devote individual attention to you and see what we can do to help you out with your transition here to Maryland. So with that said, let's dig into this weather. You've already seen some of the snow. Let me tell you about everything else that's happening here in Maryland. All right, my friends, let's look at this weather here. And besides it snowing outside, winter does do a lot of things to us here in Maryland. And right now, it's shutting the state down. Essentially, all the local government offices, all the schools are closed, and you're seeing many small businesses closed today because of this snowfall. Now, the projections on this snowfall are anywhere from 3 to 5 inches. And those of you watching from the Midwest, maybe you're up in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, laughing at that. I kind of am myself too, because let's face it, I mean, it's not that much snow, but quite honestly, I think Maryland has sort of peeled back a lot of the money that they had allocated for handling winter weather like this, but we haven't had a significant snowfall in the last 2 years. I mean, the stuff that we've had wasn't even measurable. So this is new to us here this year, and it's kind of cool to have it back here. But let me tell you a little bit more about the winter. Number one, average snowfall in the state of Maryland, or I should say in the Baltimore metro area, is 21.1 inches. Now, our heaviest snowfall was in 1996, where we received 60 inches of snow in that season. And it was great for me because I was a senior in high school, and we pretty much got out right on time with graduation occurring, and I didn't have to make up any of these snow days. So it was a memorable one for sure back in 96. We've also had some significant snowfall 2009 into the 2010 year, and that was pretty substantial, just behind the levels of 1996. Now, we do experience sub-zero temperatures in frigid temperatures. Regardless of whether the snow is here or not, we get these low temps each and every year, and it is cold. Wind chills and temperatures can be below zero, and frostbite can occur, and it's not good. Pipes burst, you'll see water mains burst all the time in the city and then freeze on up. What else can I tell you about here? Number one, the drivers. Drivers don't drive well here in Maryland with the snow. It is chaos out on the roads, and the state does advise everyone who doesn't need to be on the roads to stay home, to allow the plows to get through salt, sands, and get the snow out of the way. The other thing, and this applies to you folks that are looking to purchase in Baltimore City especially, you are going to find Baltimore City becomes extremely territorial during snowstorms. And what I mean by that, you will see people out there clearing their parking spots out for their cars on the city streets and putting lawn chairs, road cones, whatever it might be, to mark their spot so you don't take it. Honestly, bad stuff has occurred. Fights have broken out because of people taking people's cleared spaces that they've cleared for themselves on the city street. It seems kind of funny that we would argue over this, but it's a pain in the neck to clear snow in the city because really there's nowhere to put it. So just be aware of that when you're looking to purchase, especially down in Baltimore City. Last things, it just gets cold, my friends. That's what I really want to impress upon you here. And you're going to have to buy that winter coat, hats, gloves. You're going to have to warm up your cars in the morning. So let's jump into spring and give you a little bit more warmer weather to look forward to. Now, I want to add one thing to winter weather here in Baltimore. It can snow as early as mid-November here all the way up to April of the following year. So yes, we have seen snow during opening day for the Baltimore Orioles here in Baltimore. It has occurred. So don't think just because we're here to April that it may not snow. It could potentially snow just a little bit here. Now let's look at spring. And traditionally the springtime safely begins roughly April 1st and goes all the way to the end of May. And it is probably the most pleasant 2 months in the Baltimore metro area. I absolutely love the springtime. Temperatures range anywhere from highs of roughly 64 degrees all the way up to 80 degrees. And you will see trees blooming, flowers blooming. I mean, sometimes here recently, we've had daffodils coming up in the middle of January because it has been so warm. So again, the thing you need to really understand about this Baltimore weather is that it's unpredictable. Snow today, we've got that, and we could get real warm temperatures of 60, 70 degrees next week. It really legitimately can happen. So springtime, my friends, sit back, relax, because it's one of the most enjoyable seasons here. All right, real quick, if you're finding value in this video, I greatly appreciate your help and support in growing this channel. If you would do me one quick and small favor, it's by hitting the like button down below. So one that looks like a thumbs up, just like this. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or your local perspective that you would like to share, I encourage you to drop those down in the comments below. We're happy to answer any questions that you may have, but you local Marylanders that are reaching this, hey, chime in here. Tell me what your thoughts are on this weather here. Tell me a story or two that you've experienced where the weather has gone from one extreme to another. I'm telling you, the more of these stories that we share, the more that we're going to paint a better picture as to what the weather is like here in the Baltimore metro area. So let's get back into this, and I'm going to talk to you about summer and fall. All right, in the summer, it gets hot. Big surprise, okay? Now, here in the Baltimore metro area, I really feel like the summer season starts roughly around that June 1st mark and goes all the way until the end of September. Because let's face it, our temperatures can still get 80 degrees or more all the way up roughly to the beginning of October. So you've got a good stretch here of beautiful and nice weather. Now, I do want to share with you some of the extremes that you can experience. Although they are infrequent, they can happen. And let's start out with the temperatures. Our hottest month in the summer is July. It can be god-awful hot outside, triple-digit temperatures with 100% humidity. And that is the big thing that people that don't live here or, honestly have trouble adjusting to is the humidity, because your clothes will get soaked just from walking out to your mailbox to get your mail and coming back inside. So my encouragement to folks, and I may laugh at this, but keep a spare set of change of clothes in your car for things like going to work or maybe an event that you're going to. Just a word to the wise, little local tip here. Our average temp for the summer is roughly about 80 degrees, which is beautiful, but you factor that humidity factor in there and it's gonna feel more like 85 to say 90. Now, the other thing that you need to understand is when the weather does get violent here, and it does, we get some doozies of thunderstorms. I mean, these things are horrific, quite honestly, which oftentimes spawn small tornadoes. We've seen that here. In other cases, we are susceptible to getting hurricanes and tropical storms. Areas along the Chesapeake Bay, Annapolis, St. Michael's, parts of Baltimore County like Essex, Bully's Quarters, Middle River, and even places on the Eastern Shore can all be affected by flooding that occurs from these storms and other stuff that does happen. So again, summertime is very pleasant. You're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be able to wear shorts and have a great time with your family. Maybe you like to get out on the water, go for hikes, bike rides, whatever it may be. You will have the ability to do that. Just know that you may get these snags thrown in a few days during the summer months. Now let's wrap the year up and look at what fall weather looks like here in Maryland. And quite frankly, my friends, it's beautiful. You're going to see temperatures roughly about 57 to 64 degrees on average. It's typically the average high. The pleasant nights stay above freezing, probably in that 40-degree range. It's not until you get towards the beginning of December where you really have to worry about temperatures going below freezing. So your plants and all of that, it's safe pretty much up to, parts of November here. And the one thing that I really, really love here in Maryland is the fall season, because you get to go out and do those outdoor activities like pumpkin picking or going to haunted houses and doing all the stuff essentially that October lends itself to. And it is so much fun. The other thing that you're going to be able to do is family pictures. You see so many photographers out taking pictures with these beautiful backdrops of gorgeous leaves on these trees, yellows and oranges and reds. You will see it all here and get some of your best family photos if you wait until the fall. Now, one thing that I encourage you to do, and everybody should do this, is to head out to Western Maryland and just drive through Western Maryland and look at the beautiful fall foliage. It's a beautiful day trip that you must take when you get here to the state of Maryland. So my friends, that's the Maryland weather in a nutshell here. Now, if a move to Maryland is in your future, as I mentioned earlier in the video, my team and I, we'd love to help you out in your transition here, but we just need one thing from you. That's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or again, schedule that one-on-one Zoom appointment with us using the link down in the description below, because we have your back when moving to Maryland. From Baltimore down the bay, all the way to the beaches in Ocean City, my team and I have you covered. Now, before you go, I want you to check out this next video. I think this is going to be your next step in learning more about life in the great state of Maryland. Until the next video, my friends, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.